Let's rewind the clock to 1950. World War II was over, the baby boom was in full swing, and America was growing fast. But deep in the Denver Mint, something small and coppery was rolling off the presses, the 1950 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. This penny is part of the iconic Wheat Penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. coin. On the reverse, those signature wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, a symbol of American agriculture and prosperity. In 1950, the Denver Mint struck over 334 million of these pennies. That's a lot. So you might be thinking, how can something so common be rare or valuable? Great question. On the surface, the 1950 D might not scream rarity. But as collectors know, the devil is in the details. And those details can turn a penny into a fortune. There are a few reasons this coin stands out. Mid-century quality control issues. Even though the mintage was high, the Denver Mint had its fair share of striking problems, creating opportunities for errors. Surviving condition. While millions were made, most were heavily circulated. Finding a 1950 D in mint state condition is way harder than you'd think. Error varieties. Yes, we're talking double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and more. Some of these can sell for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. Let's break down value by condition, because this is where things get juicy. Good, G, 4, to fine, F, 12. These are your heavily circulated coins, worn details, flattened wheat stalks. These typically fetch 3 to 10 cents. Very fine, VF, 20, to extremely fine, EF, 40. Better detail, wheat lines visible, these go for around 15 to 50 cents. About uncirculated, -50 Australian dollars. Light wear, sharp features, now we're talking $1 to $2 per coin. Mint state, MS 60 to MS 65. These coins are crisp, untouched by circulation, and come in red, RD, red-brown, RB, and brown, BN, finishes. A MS 65 red can sell for $15 to $40, depending on demand. MS 66 and above, that's the sweet spot. An MS 66 RD 1950 D can bring $100 plus. In fact, a few specimens graded MS 67 RD by PCGS or NGC have sold for as high as $1,700. Alright, now let's talk about the fun stuff, errors. If you've got a 1950 D penny, look closely. You might have one of these rare error types. Repunched mint mark, RPM. This is one of the most well-known and collected errors on the 1950 D. The D was punched into the die by hand, sometimes more than once, creating a doubling effect. Look for a shadow or doubling on the D. A strong RPM can sell for $10 to $75, and some premium examples go over $100. Double die obverse, DDO. Although not confirmed as strongly as in other years, there are minor double die varieties where Lincoln's profile or lettering may show doubling. These fetch $25 to several $100, depending on visibility and condition. Die break between the B and E in Liberty that forms a little I, hence BIE. These fun varieties are popular with collectors and usually go for $5 to $50, depending on severity. Off-center strikes. These are easy to spot, part of the coin is missing due to a misalignment during striking. A 10 to 15% off-center 1950 D can go for $50 to $200 plus, especially if the date is fully visible. Die cracks / cuds. Cuds are raised areas from broken dies. These are visually dramatic and highly collectible. Minor die cracks, $10 to $50. Major cuds, $100 to $300 plus. Struck on the wrong planchet. Extremely rare. Imagine a 1950 D penny struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet. These types of errors have fetched $1,000 to over $5,000 in auctions. So how much are collectors really paying for 1950 D wheat pennies? Let's check some real auction results. A 1950 D MS67 RD certified by PCGS sold for $1,880 in a Heritage Auctions event. A top-grade RPM variety, in MS66 RD, went for $325. A dramatic off-center 1950 D penny with full date brought $460 on eBay. A 1950 D struck on a silver dime planchet sold privately for over $6,000, now that's a jaw-dropper. These results show that the right combination of condition and rarity can turn a simple penny into a coin worth thousands. Got a 1950 D wheat penny? Here's what to do. Use a magnifier to check for mint mark doubling, die cracks, or off-center features. Weigh it. Standard weight should be around 3.11 grams. Anything too far off might signal a wrong planchet error. Preserve it. Use coin flips, holders, or albums. Avoid touching the surface, fingerprints ruin value. If it looks special, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. That's how you unlock the big-time auction value. So there you have it, treasure hunters. The 1950 D wheat penny might seem common, but it holds the potential for incredible value. From rare mint errors to stunning red gems, this little coin continues to surprise collectors all over the world. Do you have one of these in your collection? Drop a comment below, we want to hear your stories. It was minted in 3 main locations. Philadelphia, no mint mark. E mint mark. San Francisco, S mint mark. Together, over 1.5 billion wheat pennies were minted in 1946. And while that may sound like a lot, and it is, there's a twist. Not all 1946 pennies are created equal. The devil is in the details, condition, mint mark, and most importantly, errors. But before we jump into the big dollar mistakes, let's understand why collectors even care about this coin. The 1946 wheat penny features the classic Lincoln portrait on the obverse. In God We Trust, along the top. Liberty to the left. The year, 1946, to the right. Flip it over, and you get 2 stylized wheat stalks on the reverse. 1 cent boldly in the center. United States of America, just below. And at the top, E pluribus unum. This design is iconic, and beloved by collectors. It's a symbol of American resilience and economic recovery. But it's also famous for something else, errors. And some of those minting mistakes are worth a small fortune today. Let's break down the most valuable and desirable errors in the 1946 wheat penny series. 1946 double die obverse, DDO. These are coins where the letters or numbers, especially In God We Trust and Liberty, appear double due to a misalignment during the striking process. Thick, shadowed letters. A ghost-like second image on the motto or date. Depending on the strength of the doubling and the coin's condition, these can fetch $500 to over $5,000. 1946 off-center strike. Coins struck outside the center, with part of the design missing. Off-center strikes of 10% to 50%. The date must be visible, this is key. These can bring in $100 to $1,500, especially in higher grades. 1946 die breaks. Sometimes, parts of the die chip off, leaving a raised, blob-like feature on the coin. These are known as cuds or die breaks. What to look for? Raised blobs near the rim. Distorted lettering or missing design details. Depending on size and rarity, values range from $50 to $500 plus. 1946 repunched mint mark, RPM. Seen mostly on Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, mint marks. These occur when the mint mark is stamped more than once in slightly different positions. A shadow or double look around the D or S. Use a magnifying glass, it's subtle. Nice examples can hit $100 to $1,200 depending on grade. 1946 clipped planchet error. A piece of the coin is actually missing due to a faulty blank cut before striking. What to look for? Smooth, crescent-like clips. Clear cut along the edge. Auction value. Collectors love these, prices range from $50 to $500 plus. What are these coins worth today? So, what's the real value of a 1946 wheat penny? Regular circulated value. 1946, no mint mark 3 to 10 cents. 1946 D, 5 to 20 cents. 1946 S, 5 to 20 cents. But, in mint state condition. MS 63 red, $5 to $15. MS 65 red, $25 to $50. MS 67 red, $200 to $1,500 plus. The top population coins, flawless and certified, can exceed $5,000 at auction, especially if they feature an error or rare strike. Let's take a look at some real-world examples. 1946 SMS 67 Red, sold for $7,200 at Heritage Auctions. 1946 Double Die Obverse MS 65, sold for $4,800. 1946 DRPM MS 66 Red, hammered for $1,200. 1946 Off-Center Strike 40% MS 64, went for $950. These aren't myths, these are certified coins that sold to real collectors, and yours could be next. How to spot a winner. So how do you know if your 1946 penny is valuable? Here's what to do. Look for the mint mark. Is it from Philly, Denver, or San Francisco? Check for errors. Use a 10x magnifying glass or USB coin microscope. Color counts. Red pennies are worth more than brown or red-brown. Check the condition. No scratches, strong details, original luster. Use PCGS or NGC for top dollar returns. Get it graded. Bonus tip. Join online coin communities or groups. Sometimes other collectors will spot something you missed. Believe it or not, 1946 pennies are still out there. Old coin jars. Grandparents' coin collections. Estate sales and flea markets. Coin roll hunting from banks. You don't need to spend big to find one, just time, patience, and a good eye. So, there you have it. The 1946 wheat penny, an everyday coin with extraordinary value, if you know what to look for. From double dies to off-center strikes, mint mark mysteries to clipped planchets, this coin is a treasure trove of possibilities. If you learned something today, smash that like button, subscribe to 4K Rare Coins, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. We've got more rare coin breakdowns, historical finds, and money-making tips coming your way. Drop a comment if you found a 1946 penny, especially one with an error. We'd love to hear your story, and who knows, it might even be featured in our next video. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, that next penny in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Would you like a thumbnail title, video description, or voiceover script to go with this too?